Hello everyone and welcome! In this video we will talk about an enterprise project management system. It is built using four main Microsoft tools: Microsoft Teams, Planner, SharePoint and Loop. I believe these four tools create the core project management setup from Microsoft. As you may know, Microsoft Planner is currently the main core tool from tasks, while Microsoft Teams is the central app for communication and collaboration. By combining these apps, you can build a strong foundation for your project management system. The best part is flexibility. Microsoft tools work like a building set. You can easily customize and expand them later with additional features. Combining these apps creates a powerful synergy. It helps you manage multiple complex projects effectively, saving time and effort your team. In this video we will go through the entire project lifecycle, starting from project initiation, set up the EPMS team and project register, moving to planning, execution and project tracking. At the end of the video, I will share useful recommendations on how to develop and expand your system, including additional tools you can integrate. So, the first step is to ask your project management specialist or PMO administrator to install Microsoft Teams and set up the very first team. I recommend naming this first team Project Office or PMO. Members of the teams should include PMO specialists and project managers, subject matter experts like lead engineers or financial specialists, and executive management. Leaders can also join this team. When people join the team, they automatically get access to the general channel. To avoid cluttering the chat with irrelevant details for everyone, you can create private channel. For example, a private channel for finance, or a private channel just for a PMO team to discuss internal topics. This allows you to manage member permissions easily. All messages and documents shared inside a private channel stay visible only to its members. Once the team is ready, the next step to collect all your projects. I suggest creating a project register. This is a place where you store information about past, current and upcoming project ideas. Later, you will use this list to efficiently launch new projects. You can start with the standard SharePoint list containing basic columns: title or name, client or customer, status and project type. You can also extra columns for numbers, customs or assigning stuff. Adding new columns in SharePoint is very quickly and easy. Keep it simple at the beginning, but if you already have an Excel list, you can import it. Inside each request card, you can fill the details, select drop-down options and attach key files like contracts or client request letters. You can also leave comments directly on the request card, which is great for quickly discussions. I recommend using a simple four-step process for new requests. Edit, someone submit an idea, analyze it, subject expert analyze it and provide feedback. In progress, management review the feedback and decide whether they start the project or archive it. SharePoint lists make manager data simple. You can easily filter, group or sort requests by all columns. If your list grows large, you can create custom view, for example, a finance view or a summary view. Once a request is approved and its status changed to in process, the PMO administrator or project manager create a dedicated team for the new project. Once the PMO administrator creates a new team, they choose the project manager as their own. The project manager can then assemble the team and adding members and creating channels. Depending on the project size and needs, you can create standard channel or daily tasks. Once experts join, team collaboration begins immediately. So, what tools does Microsoft Teams offer for daily network? First, it is a channel chart. It is a central place where you can share project news, make announcements and discuss topics. Having all conversation history on the channel keeps everyone on the same page. You can easily format your text, insert tables and bullet points, attach files, or use loop components. Team members can reply directly to specific messages, keeping discussion organized and easy to track. You can also schedule online meetings directly for the channel. You can start a meeting immediately or schedule it for a future date. Just select the date, time and title, then send the invite. All team members automatically receive an invitation. Meetings will also appear in their personal team's calendar. Science specialists often work on multiple projects. Having a unified calendar makes it easy to plan their time. All meeting records and shared files are stored automatically. By default, Teams creates a document library in SharePoint for every team and channel with proper access permission. This document library offers great tools for file management. You can filter files by type and you can add custom columns such as a contractor name or work type to customize documents and make search easier. You can open and edit files directly inside Teams in a browser or in the desktop app. You can also share link, bookmark favorite files or download them and others. Two essential features for group work are versions history and track changes. With versions history, you can see previous file versions and restore an old version if unwanted changes were made. When editing files in the desktop app, you can add comments and turn on track changes. This makes it clear who edited the document and was modified and what feedback was added. Now let's return to our main view and continue. So, the team is assembled. The first thing we do is gathering all the key information from the project request. The project manager and subject experts work on this together. Where do we collect this data? A great tool for this is Microsoft Loop. It allows you to organize project details in a flexible way. At the start of project, we usually prepare a project brief. It includes project goals, team members, key tasks and success criteria. You can record everything here. What we are going to do, how we will do it, and how we will measure success. Loop works like a digital whiteboard. In traditional kickoff meetings, project managers often write ideas on physical whiteboards. With Microsoft Loop, none of that information gets lost. You are not limited to standard templates. You can easily add tables and bullet lists, dates and task lists, progress trackers, calendars and Kanban boards. Loop isn't just for kickoff meetings. You can use it continually throughout the project. You can create new pages to brainstorm ideas, document quality requirements, or track potential risks. Everything is stored on one place, so you can always review and analyze your notes later. If you prefer traditional note-taking, OneNote is always available. By default, OneNote is integrated into every Teams channel. If you like structuring project scope using notebook pages, OneNote is a solid option. However, Microsoft Loop offers advanced features. You can convert any block of content into a loop component. Then you can copy and paste that component anywhere into a Teams chat, a channel post, or a SharePoint page. The data stays synchronized across all these apps automatically. Once all initial information is gathered, the project manager adds a Microsoft Planner to the channel. Together with subject experts, they start listing all project tasks in the grid view. You can begin with high-level tasks and detail them further to build your work breakdown structure. To change a task's level, simply use the promote or demote indent options. I recommend keeping your WBS to no more than 3 levels. 2 levels are usually enough for most projects. After breaking down tasks, Set their planning duration, start and finish dates, and priority levels. If you already have buckets set up, assign tasks to the appropriate bucket. For complex or long tasks, you can add sub-steps or a checklist to track process. For example, if set up 25% of a task, checklist item make each process clear and visual. Next step is setting up the task dependency. For example, creating a PMO team can only happen after completing the analysis phase. You can easily link these tasks with the standard finish to start dependency. Planning supports a different dependency type: finish to start, start to start, finish to finish, or start to finish, with option to add lead or lag time if needed. Inside each task card you can also attach files, images and links, describe task process, issues or details directly in the comments. You can also manage task dependence using timeline view. This view gives you a clear visual roadmap of your project. To create a link, simply drag a line from one taskbar to other. If tasks are not linked, you set the dates manually. Once linked, the system updates start and finish dates automatically, with changes occur. The red vertical line makes the current date, making it easy to spot delays instantly. To quickly navigate large task lists, use the built-in filter. You can filter tasks by finish date, process, priority or assigned team member. This filter works seamlessly across both grid and timeline views. You can also highlight the critical path. Tasks on the critical path are highlighted in red. If you need to shorten the project timeline, focus on optimization those critical tasks by adjusting their duration or dependencies. Finally, you can add custom columns to store extra data or set up conditional formation rules. For instance, automatically highlight high priority tasks in red. An important element of project planning is setting goals. Your company likely already has strategic goals. In Planner, you can link project tasks directly to these company goals. Simply define a goal, pick the tasks that lead to it, and set the target completion date. For example, I set up 3 goals: define the framework, developing methodology, and building a dashboard. This keeps the project focused on company strategy and within boundaries. Next, let's look at the board view. Here you can optimize tasks using buckets. Buckets are great for the grouping tasks by type, complexity, or technical areas. For instance, I group tasks by technological area, processes, dashboards, IT step, training, and planning. This makes responsibility clear. You can also view tasks by assigning to. Unassigning tasks appear in a separate column. You can drag and drop any task into a team member to assign it instantly. You can also group tasks by process, not started, in process, and completed. Tasks with missed deadlines are highlighted in red. If you finish a task, just drop it to the completed column and it will process update to 100% automatically. To keep track of schedules, use the finish date view. It groups tasks in the late, today, tomorrow, and future. It makes it easy to spot overdue work immediately. Another useful view is labels. I recommend using labels to track risk levels or task complexity. You can assign a risk label inside the task card or simply drag a task into a risk column to assign it automatically. You can also group by priority: urgent, important, medium, or low. Dragging a task into a priority column updates the priority level on the fly. Finally, if you use Agile or Scrum methodologies, you can organize tasks by sprints. Just assign tasks to Sprint 1 or Sprint 2 and so on. The next step, the assigning the team members to tasks. You can assign resources directly in the grid view or switch to the people view. Unassigned tasks appear in the separate column and you can easily drag them to any team member. When assigning tasks, keep an eye on the resources workload. To analyze workload, go to the Assignments view. Here you can see assigned work hours broken down by day, week or month. It's best to start at the top level and look for an overload month. For instance, 184 hours in a single month is clearly an overload. Switching to the weekly view relieves two big weeks with 120 hours, each due to overlapping tasks. To fix resource overlocation, you can adjust planning hour directly or shift task start and dates in the grid view. Once your schedule and resources are balanced, you should log in your schedule by saving a baseline. Go to the grid view, click the baseline and save the current plan. This saves your initial baseline start and finish dates. If actually work slips, for example, if setting up the project plan takes 2 extra days, planners automatically calculate the variance and flags a 2-day delay. Likewise, if a task finishes early, the system recalculates connected dependence automatically. Management can easily check overall project variance across start dates, finish dates, durations, and total work hours. Tracking process is very straightforward. If a task is complete, simply click the box. If a task contains checklist items, mark them off as you complete them. Once a task is completed, remaining hours drop to 0 and actual hours are recorded automatically. For project process reporting, use the Charts view. It provides a clear visual breakdown of your project status. Completed, late, in process and unstarted tasks, task distribution by bucket, workload distribution per team member. All filters from the grid view also work in the Charts view. Finally, for the specialists working across multiple projects, you can pin the planner up inside Microsoft Teams. This hub aggregates all tasks assigned to you across all projects in one place. From here, team members can mark tasks as complete without opening individual project channels, open task details, use the My Day focus list to manage their daily priority tasks. In conclusion, let's discuss how to future develop and expand the project management system. First, I recommend the tab Dedicated Registers, a stakeholder register, risk register, and other. These can be local registers created for individual projects or centralized registers managed at the PMO level and connection to each project. Second, build executive report to track your entire project portfolio. All project data is stored in Microsoft 365. By connecting Power BI to your cloud data, you can build an executive dashboard. This dashboard can display task status, aggregate risk registers, highlight critical issues and show resource utilization, help you spot overload team members or staffing gaps. Third, leverage Power Automate. With multiple projects and registers, keep data synchronized manually takes too much time. Setting up automating workflows allows Power Automate to handle routine checks, trigger updates, and keep cross-project data synchronized automatically. This saves significant effort for PMs and the PMO team. Finally, consider integrated Microsoft Copilot Studio and Copilot agents. By adding a Copilot agent to your environment, you can view AI-generated portfolio report right in your workplace. AI helps with task planning, analyzing content on your project brief pages, and summarizing complex data. In today's fast-paced environment, where time for manual analysis is limited, Copilot serves as an invaluable assistant for project managers and teams. That is all. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and successful projects!